Okay. Hello, my love. Spiritually Savage here, and I hope you guys are well. Again, I hope you guys are well. I am sending you peace of mind. Please, peace of mind. That should be the one thing that you are seeking to find, okay? Okay, Lala Ike. Anywho, I just wanted to share something with you guys. So, the last time I did it by myself, actually, I didn't. I was doing it with the people here, but not knowing they were praying against my downfall. So I will share this with you guys, my spiritual family. Sending you love, peace of mind, healing for your heart, and a little joy in your soul, just a little bit. I would like to send you a lot, but you gotta have peace of mind and healing for your heart before we can feel a lot of joy. Cause right now, like I had to say a prayer. I had to say a prayer. I had to say a prayer. God, don't harden my heart. Don't harden my heart. Anywho, I want to share some good news with you guys. It may not seem like good news for y'all, but it's definitely good news for me. Even though it may not look like it, but I am definitely, guess what? Guess what? 7 days sober. Yes, your girl has not smoked nothing. Nothing. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. 7 days, y'all. Going strong. Yes. 7 days. 7 whole days. What? And not a blunt for me. What? I think I'm gonna probably be. You probably about to get to see more goofiness because that's pretty much how I am. Like smoking just mellowed me out because I'm already what my mom would call high strung, hyperactive, whatever the case may be. So like I have been dancing up a storm lately. I found this new guy. Well, he's new to me, but probably not new to y'all. His name is John Baptiste. John Baptiste, and he, of course, from New Orleans. And when I tell you his music is so infectious and it just makes you dance, I love it. I got turned on to him by Tiny Desk. For whatever reason, y'all, I have been hooked on Tiny Desk concerts. That's how I found Lila Ike, Savannah, um, Naomi Cowan, and who's the other one? Of course, Jazzalis. And then there's another dude. I can't remember his name. It's not John Batiste. He's another reggae dude. I'm gonna have to find him and let y'all know. But kudos to me. Kudos to me. Y'all know. Y'all can watch the other videos to see how I've been struggling with addiction. Especially when you in a, I don't want to say like that because that's like a negative connotation, but when you in a not so desirable atmosphere or environment, right? You want to escape. Who wants to be in a toxic environment? Okay. I'm talking about the walls are even toxic. Like, energy is fluid. So, if the people are negative and toxic, of course, the dwellings will be too. And I remember a cousin's girlfriend, I had given her one of my crystals. This was like during the beginning of my walk. And we bonded over spiritualism, and she came in. I was guided, like I felt the need to just give her a crystal because she was like in her beginning she hadn't even gotten a lot of them, and I still have a lot, right? And I've given a lot of them away. And at first I was going to give her one that I have multiples of, but I was like, no, let her spirit call whichever one she needs, right? And so she picked one out. And as soon as she walked in my room, she was like, oh my gosh. She was like, there's peace in here. She was like, don't let nobody disturb your peace. This lady didn't know me from a can of paint. And I know she was around everybody who was talking slick about me and saying crazy stuff. You know how that go. But she walked in my room and she felt God. Do you hear what I'm saying? She felt God. And I take that with me every time I step out of this room and when I step back in. But I don't care how strong of a person you are, how bright your light is. Toxicity has a way of seeping into you. That is why God separates you. Okay? Take that as a lesson. There's always a lesson in my confessions. Always. Always. I confess so you don't have to learn the lesson the hard way. Seriously. Seriously. There's a whole lot more I want to talk about, but I still have to focus on me healing. I have to heal. 20 something odd years of nonstop black magic. 40 something years of being raised and being caught up in a narcissistic spider's web. I was kidding myself to think that it would be easy and it would be quick. No, it's a process. It's a process. And I'm coming into my own. I am coming into my own. Okay, the light is fading, so I am going to leave you guys with this, okay? You can do it. I brought you guys on this journey, and I'm only seven days in. From the time that I started smoking at the age of 30, I have not been sober. For the 2 months since I've been on the walk, yeah, that was done. But prior to that, it was only 2 weeks, and that's because I didn't have the money to get it. And when I stopped smoking for the first 2 months, the initial time, it was because it was like I was threatened. I'll tell y'all that story at another time, but I was literally threatened. I was threatened. And so this time there was no threat. There was no reward. Well, there's a reward. I get my own mind back, and I get my own cannabinoids back, and I get my own brain chemistry back, and I get my own thoughts back, and all that stuff. But there's no like, okay, you get $1 million. Okay? There's none of that. Which is tough. Because on one hand, you want to escape your toxic environment. But on the other hand, there's another door that you can walk through that is healing and blessings on the other side. But you got to give up what is holding you back. And for me, because I know me smoking at the age of 30 was caused by black magic, I had to give it up. I had to give it up. How do I feel? I feel good. I feel more energetic. I would be kidding you if I said, no, I do not want or have the desire. But when I feel that desire and I feel that urge, it's like, no, we're not going back. Because I know that's what the enemy wants. I know those that have toxic behaviors, they want me to be toxic with them. And for a time, I was down with the shits. I was down with it. But that's not me. So I'm coming back to who I am at the core. So I say this to say, I don't know what your addiction may be. And to some, y'all may be like, oh my God, this girl's talking about she's addicted to weed and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, crack and cocaine and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Again, you can do it by yourself. You're going to fall a lot of times. You're going to fall a lot of times. And what I say by that, it means you may slip back. You may go back. But then you get back up and you say no. And it may last for a day and then you go back. Or it may last for 2 days and then you go back. I went through the gamut, y'all. I went through it. In 7 days. Now, yesterday was a strong day for urges, and I think like the third or the fourth day was a strong day for urges, and I'm keeping track because I write it down. I want to see what it is. I want to see why. You got to be mindful that the enemy never wants you to become your full, powerful self. complete, whole, healed self. No, never. Why? Because it weakens the enemy. And if you got toxic people around you, they don't want you to win either. Why? Because that means that you will surpass them. So essentially, what does that mean? It is you and God and your honorable ancestors. Keep it moving. Namaste. Ashe. Mazel tov.